Hello New Zealand, and to our viewers from around the world, I'm Philip Duncan, and we continue to track severe Cyclone Oma. It made it back to Cat 3 again overnight, and as we recorded this video on Wednesday morning, it was still around that level. It'll likely hover around that weak Cat 3, strong Cat 2 level for the next day or so, and then it should weaken substantially as it starts to drop further south away from New Caledonia. Here is New Caledonia. Here's the centre of the storm, and it is starting to now track out into the open waters of the Coral Sea, away from land. Very humid tropical airflow behind it, so the equator has come down to Vanuatu and New Caledonia, but New Zealand's not really influenced by it so much because it is going to stay a little further away to the northwest. That means we've got subtropical air coming down, not tropical. There's a little bit of a difference. So it won't be quite as hot and humid, but this northerly flow is going to increase the overnight lows in the upper North Island above 20 degrees as we go through this week, and it's going to bring in a bit more cloud as well. So this is how it looks. The Australian Bureau of Meteorology, the government there, is now tracking the storm now that it's moved closer to them and in towards their territory. You can see severe category 3, they're picking it for at least a day or so. Then it weakens to a 2 and a 1 and drifts in towards the Queensland coastline. It might affect Brisbane, it might go further north, and there is some other modelling which suggests instead of it turning west, it turns east and sits in that same sort of area. So one to still watch, but at this stage does not pose a direct threat to New Zealand. So this is how we look for Thursday. The storm well to the north, but between Oma and our departing high, we've got this humid northerly flow, and that's why we're starting to see some downpours, drizzle patches, cloud, afternoon showers, things like that around the North Island. In the South Island, westerlies driving in some rain there for you, and the winds will push temperatures up around eastern areas. On Friday, we've got more in the way of showers. See how messy it is? This is why it's been a little bit hard to lock it all in. High pressure building out in the Tasman that is helping to push Oma and keep it northwards, but there are rain clouds all along here, kind of connected from that low and the departing high, because it's all feeding in this humid nor'easter which is starting to come down. So Friday morning, maybe dry. We might start to see some showers increasing later on. On Saturday, look at the fine line between heavy rain and dry. So Saturday, there's still yet to be worked out, but I do think that we'll be seeing growing pressure on the side, which will help encourage to push this further out to sea. We've also got that colder southerly coming in on Saturday, starts to be felt, temperatures really dropping around the South Island. And then when we get to Sunday, that's when things start to get interesting, because that's when this big new low forms in the New Zealand area. This modelling is from ECMWF out of Europe. You can see the building high pressure. You can see the big southerlies across New Zealand. Temperatures down here, daytime highs 11, 12, 13, maybe 14 on Sunday. It is going to be a cold, wintry feeling day. And then in the north, here's the centre of this new deepening low, driving in heavy rain around the eastern and southern parts of the North Island, areas that would really like it. Now that's the European modelling. Here is the American modelling, very similar, but it's a little further south, and that small difference shifts all the heavy rain from Hawke's Bay down towards Canterbury. So this is why we can't lock in rain yet, and why we're struggling to maybe work out some of the weekend temperatures. Those models are very similar, showing the low almost in the exact same spot, but a very slight difference shifts the rain from one island to the other. So we need to wait another day or two just yet to be able to lock it all in. So still watch this space. While Oma is not at this stage likely to directly hit New Zealand, it could still help influence this new low, and at least the departing high out to our east is certainly going to help fuel this one, as will the next one that's driving in the southerly change. So a lot of moving parts. If you're confused, please go to our website or our news section on our app. We've got basically 10 questions that are answered, the most frequently asked questions about this storm. So if you've got any confusion about just what is going on, please do take a look at our news feed. That's all from me. We'll update you again on Thursday with more details about the weekend.